Hey guys, welcome to B-Stride DIY. I want to show you what to do. A lot of times your toilet paper holders are going to get loose over time, and when that happens, the whole thing can fall off the wall. A lot of times what will happen is when you use the included anchors here, I just have an example piece of drywall here. So see what happens over time is these become loose from the wall, and you can push them back in, but then when you're pulling toilet paper off, they're going to get loose. And what can even happen is the whole thing can come out of the wall, which happens quite a bit. If you look at this actual anchor here, you can see what it looks like. It's a very small anchor. It's not super large, and the ridges on it are just tiny as well. And what happens is on the inside, this kind of frays and gets just worn out over time. This one's coming out too. Really, it just comes down to using an anchor that's not included with these sets. They're getting better at including better anchors with these sets, but these are some, I like this brand, it's the Toggler anchors, and these can hold up to 65 pounds. This is what these look like. I'll hold that up. So compare that to this one. What do you think is going to hold better? Obviously this is, look at the ridges compared to this. The good thing with this one is that you actually don't need to make a new hole with this. A lot of the times, these ones are going to be a lot smaller. You can just use the same hole about 90% of the time, because what you used to have to do, you would have to put drywall mud on it, come up an inch or come down an inch, and put your toilet paper holder there, which is a big pain because usually your toilet paper holder is in the perfect spot, right? Now these are self-drilling anchors, so you actually don't have to drill with these. You can just push this in and then turn it. Now these come in different sizes. This is the one I just showed you. This is the 65 pound. Now look how big this one is compared to it. But this can actually go in the same hole here. I like to use just a screwdriver, and you can do this by hand. You don't even need a drill. This just turns until it's flush with the drywall. And again, this is going to hold 65 pounds. It's these Toggler self-drilling anchors. Now they have another kind of anchor you can use, are these toggle anchors. Now this is kind of a very minimal one here. A lot of them are a lot bigger than this. And if you're doing something like a towel rack, you're going to want something a little bit bigger. But how this works is the drywall's here, and this is going to provide a lot of pressure to where it's not going to come out. And these are great. How you put them in is you just bend them like this. That's how they look like. They go in the hole. You could put one in here. It'd go in the hole, and then it would open up. They have a little red thing you can push through to make sure it comes up. And then anyways, when you put in the screw, it's going to retain this configuration. And a lot of times with the loose toilet paper holders, sometimes if this is flush to the wall and this is not loose, this is the retaining bracket. Sometimes this retaining top piece is just a little loose. And this is what you would do to tighten that. You just take a hex key, and that brings that little pin. Can you see that? That little pin goes down, and it helps catch it onto the bracket here. So it helps catch it onto the bracket. If the bracket's not loose, just this metal piece is loose. And this is going to be on the bottom, of course, so it's out of sight. All right, and all I'm going to do here, this will just go back on in. And this is what these are going to look like from the side, how they've expanded. That's what that little crack sound was, if you heard that. The only annoying thing when putting these back on is you have to put them on with this upside down, because the hole has to be inside, obviously. That one's on, and we'll just do the same with the other one. Another symptom you may notice is that when you take the toilet paper roll off, so say you do this, these may be wiggling from side to side. And if that's happening, they're wiggling from side to side, the first thing you probably want to do, instead of taking the whole thing off, is just take your hex key and kind of tighten up the actual bracket, because sometimes it's just the actual bracket that needs tightening and not the actual drywall anchor. Now again, guys, you can do this on the toilet paper rolls. You can do this for pictures, or even the towel hangers, or the towel racks. A lot of times those get really loose, just because people put a lot more pressure on the towel racks, or they hang, let's be honest, people hang clothes on there and jackets, all kinds of stuff. So with the towel racks, you're going to want at least something with some pretty heavy duty anchors, either the toggles or these self-drilling type drywall anchors. This is the kind I use. There's all kinds of ones you can get, but these are going to hold up to 65 pounds a piece. And if you do need some of these, I am tagging some of these down below in the description so you can pick some up for yourself. I hope this video helped, and I hope this video helps you secure some other things around your house that may be loose, not only toilet rolls. So let me know if this helped you in the comments, and let me know what kind of anchors you use or toggles. I would be interested to know.